Hello everyone, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Gervonta Davis will defeat Shakur Stevenson. Haney will be a good challenge, says Hector Garcia. Hector Luis Garcia says Gervonta Davis will defeat nearly crowned WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson due to his power, but former undisputed 135-pound champ Devin Haney would be a challenge for him. The WBA super featherweight champion Hector Garcia recently lost to Tank Davis by 9th round knockout last January, and he knows how hard he hits from that fight. Garcia says he feels that the Tank vs Shakur would be pretty even, but Gervonta's power will be the telling factor that will result in him winning that fight. Thus far, Gervonta and his promoters at Mayweather Promotions haven't spoken of wanting a fight with the unbeaten Shakur Stevenson. It's believed that the two possible opponents for Tank Davis' next fight in the first quarter of 2024 are these fighters. The way that Shakur fought in Los Santos using a step-back style makes it unlikely he will be getting the chance to fight Gervonta anytime soon. If ever, it's safe to say that Gervonta won't want to be forced to chase Shakur around the ring in a fight that is buoyed non-stop by the fans. If Top Rank wants that fight to happen, they will need to sit down with Shakur and have a long heart-to-heart conversation about his boring style, letting him know that they won't be able to set up big fights for him if he continues to be a runner. Additionally, they will need to rebuild Shakur's image by putting him in against a position where he can show the fans that he is capable of staying in the pocket without running. Although Shakur's promoter Bob Arum commentators spoke of him being injured going into the fight, he thought the same way in his fights with Jermaine Nekatania. The only thing one can deduce from those fights is that Shakur Stevenson doesn't have the heart to stay in the trenches when facing an opponent with power or an aggressive, pressure-oriented style. The Cuban Robinson Ramirez humiliated Shakur in the 2016 Olympics by chasing him around the ring, peppering him with combinations to the head, winning all the exchanges due to his aggressiveness and bravery. Gervonta will win because of his power. In the end, the fight will be pretty even, but Gervonta's power will come out on top again, said Hector Luis Garcia to the media when asked who wins between Gervonta and Shakur Stevenson. I got to face them both. It will be very even and entertaining fight, but Devin is very astute. He's sneaky in a way. He knows how to move around the ring, and I think he will definitely be a good challenge for Gervonta, said Garcia. "Yeah, all can't break me," Shakur Stevenson tells fans after performance against Advin Los Santos. Shakur has fought the same way his entire pro and major career. It's his style, and it would be impossible for him to change without him suffering losses. If Shakur had to fight someone like Raymond Moratella without using his step-back style, he would likely lose to both because he has no power and hates getting hit. Even if Shakur tried to change, he wouldn't be able to do it, as he would revert back to his running style as soon as he gets hit hard. The mind is willing, but the flesh is weak. As for Haney, he said that if Tank Davis wants to fight him, he would need to come up to 140 because he is not coming down to 135 for that match. He can't sell. Brian Garcia details why Gervonta Davis needs to come to him for a rematch. In April this year, Brian Garcia and Gervonta Davis finally had their anticipated match. Both boxers were around at the same age and both had undefeated records. Not to mention, the boxing world had taken a keen interest in seeing who would get the better of the other. Subsequently, when the bout was finalized, it was record-breaking and financially lucrative. It would be hard to deny that a rematch would be lucrative. Banking under the same, the 25-year-old claimed that Tank is not a big enough draw without a good dance partner. In addition, he asserted that in order to sell a significant amount of pay-per-views, he must agree to have another go in the ring. Reflection on the same, he stated, "He is going to have to come to me. Do you know why? He can't sell pay-per-views. He can't be a star if he is doing 150,000 buys. At the end of the day, they're all going to need me. I can make way bigger fights than he can make by himself. He shouldn't be thanking to me. I just blessed him with around $30 million. Ryan Garcia said. Ryan Garcia wants a rematch with Gervonta Davis. "I am better than him." After losing to Gervonta Davis in April, Ryan Garcia is looking for a rematch, arguing that when they meet, he was not at his best In an interview, King Ryan said he is better than Gervonta and will do whatever it takes to get a rematch. I wanna get my rematch at the right weight, Garcia said. He knows it was that who I really was. I don't really care what anyone says. I don't fight like that. I'm way better than that. And I'm better than him. I don't care if he beat me. I'm better than him. Give me my rematch and I will beat him. I'm going to build myself up again. If I've gotta go throw at Teofimo Lopez or Devin Haney to get that, then I'm gonna do it. The 25-year-old boxer indicated that he will continue to fight at between 140 and 147 pounds until he steps back into the ring against Hector Davis. The possibility of a rematch between the two doesn't look that complex, as the Garcia-Gervonta fight reportedly had more than 1.2 million pay-per-view buys, and they generated approximately 22.8 million from ticket sales. Gervonta won't fight again until 2024. In September, Gervonta said he would not fight for the remainder of 2023 and would focus on personal issues. It should be recalled that the boxer is tied up in a legal matter related to a hit-and-run incident in May 2021. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.